welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. This is the player ratings for Wolves 3, Everton 0. A dreadful game. Players look half-arsed. Just look like they didn't want to be on that pitch, to be honest. And that was just sort of, you could tell before the game that this might happen. But let's just get into it. This isn't the max reaction. Don't forget to check that out as well. This is the player ratings. So Jordan Pickford, I've given him a 3 because he made a good save in the first half. A low down shot where the guy just got past Michael Keane, forgot his name, sorry. And he made a good save there, but there was one where he dropped it in the first half where he should have just caught it, really. And the second half nearly let a goal in for them. Just stumbled it, just cleared it off the line, or held it on the line and done his little smile that he always does. Yeah, just infuriating, really, at times. He would have got a 2 if it weren't for that save in the first half. And, you know, the shot maybe could have done better at his near post there. It was a good shot, but he's just really, really starting to do me head in now. It's frustrating because I've seen him make saves that I don't think most other keepers could pull off. And then other times he'll just make a mistake in every game. I think every game this since the restart, he's made one mistake, at least, apart from the Spurs game. I think it was the Spurs game where he'd done okay. But he's just really, really frustrating. He really is. And he needs to really cut these mistakes out, or he mightn't even have a future at Everton no more. Luckily for him, there's other positions we need to address first, like the centre midfield. I just hope he really improves, and if he does stay here, we need a top goalkeeping coach to iron these mistakes out of him, because it could have been 4-0 there with that mistake in the second half. But penalty couldn't really do nothing. The header was a good header for the second goal, couldn't really do nothing about that. But it was just it's embarrassing to watch, really, because, you know, there's rival fans who are obsessed with wanting him to fail, and he's really starting to make them comments from the rival fans come true now. So yeah, I can't give him any higher, but I give him a 3 just because of that save in the first half. Let's get into Luca Dean. Probably was our best player. I've given him a 7. Now I know he gave the penalty away, and it was a stupid challenge, really. Some were saying it weren't a pen. I thought it was. You'd won it if it was for Everton, and he did clip him. But offered us something going forward. Got stuck in. Apart from that one little mistake, I thought Luca Dean had a good game on the left-hand side there. So there's not going to be many player ratings that are, in fact, he's the only one who gets a 7 here. But Luca Dean, probably our man of the match. If you want me to name one, goes to Luca Dean, give him a 7. Next up, we've got Yerry Mina, give him a 5, just went off injured. I think it was through... Look, I looked away, I didn't see what happened. Someone was saying he'd done a step over or tried to take a goal kick or something. I think I just went in the kitchen for a second, but he just injured himself, apparently. The Wolves players were sort of getting in our box a little bit when he was on the pitch, but I've given him a 5. But he weren't on the pitch for long. Michael Keane, I've also given him a 5. There was just that ball... I think it was him and Coleman got caught out for the goal. It was straight over the top. It was a good ball, don't get me wrong, but them two were half asleep a little bit, and in the first half, the left winger just went through him and Pickford made the good save. So I think Keane was struggling in the 3. Looked a little bit better second half when we went to a 4 at the back, but he gets a 5. That was probably... Look, he didn't do anything terrible, but it was just, you know... below average performance, really, from the whole of the defence. So Leighton Baines, look, I love Leighton Baines, always have done, one of the best players we've ever had in the Premier League, but I've given him a 3 just because he weren't in the game, didn't do nothing. I'm not blaming him for... He didn't do anything wrong, but he didn't do anything. He weren't in the game, but in his favour, it's probably not his preferred position, left wing. He's more of a left back, but I'm just going to give him a 3 because he'd done nothing. It weren't working at all. But I'm not slagging Leighton Baines off, but he just didn't do anything. Davis, give him a 2. Now, I've never really get on Tom Davis's back. I'm not one of them who likes to just slate everything he does. But I thought he was really frustrating today. He couldn't find a man in the first half with his passing. He was it was so frustrating to watch. Him and Sigurdsson in the middle were dreadful. They just couldn't go forward, and every pass was sideways or back, and when he did go forward, they just give the ball away. I'm not sure Tom Davies is the answer to our midfield, to be honest. And you think with 100 games now, he'd, start getting a little bit better, but I think he's gone worse. When he first come into the team, he looked positive and bright and fresh. Now he just looks like a very, very average midfielder, but then again, we're an average team at the minute, so Tom Davies gets a 2, and look, I only give players a 1 really if we're at an absolute shocker, but that's why I haven't given him a 1 really. Gylfi Sigurdsson not much better, give him a 2. There was a time where Jamie Carragher screamed at him to go forward, and a lot of people were slating Carragher, because he's annoying and stuff, but I actually screamed with Carragher at that moment for Sigurdsson to go forward, and he just gave it back to Michael Keane. What is wrong with him? He was one of our best players last year and the year before. What's wrong with him? Why can't he go forward? He just doesn't look arsed. It looks like he knows his future's not at this club. But then again, all season he's been like that. He's so slow. He's just so frustrating to watch. Him and Davies in that midfield is a midfield of nightmares. It really is. He's finished, and I just think this is his last season at Everton now. It's got to be. We can't go into next year with this player because he's not good enough. He's simply not good enough. And he just doesn't want to try. He doesn't... Even the corners he was putting in, couldn't even get back to the first man at times. What happened? Remember last year when he just turned James Maddison and banged it in? What's happened? Honestly, the forwards suffer because he can't pass a ball through the midfield. Anyway, Theo Walcott, give him a 5. Was offered a little bit more than Iwobi had in the last games on the wing. I know Iwobi's usually on the other wing at times, but faded. Started off quite brightly, then faded. There was a good ball to Calvert-Lewin early on that he played through. Calvert-Lewin couldn't get a shot away. He was on he got a shot away, but it was on an angle. But I just don't think Walcott is another one. I just don't think he's good enough, simply. But probably the best choice we've got for the right wing at the minute, which is saying something. So he gets a 5. Anthony Gordon, give him a 6 actually. Thought Anthony Gordon was dragged off a little bit early there, to be honest. I thought he was one of our brighter sparks in the game. Couldn't really get the ball to him at times, but when he got it, always tried to go forward and bring something positive out. Some nice little touches here and there. I think he's got a bright future in football. I don't want to build him up too much, but I thought he had a good game. Probably more suited to the wing. He was in the middle today, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin, give him a 4. Just... The only real chance that he had at goal was the header from Lucas Dean's cross. Just didn't really do anything, to be honest. I don't know. Everyone played bad today apart from Dean, really. And, Gordon. I could have given Calvert-Lewin a 5, a 3, a 6. It doesn't matter. He's getting a 4. He was just hardly in the game. Richarlison gets a slightly higher rating because I thought he tried Richarlison, especially for the first 15-20 minutes. He was trying to get about and win the ball for us. Looked like he cared, but just didn't do anything else really. So it's an average performance from Richarlison, and that is a 5. Sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. Just a couple of dogs barking in the gardens. Onto the subs now. Seamus Coleman, give him a 5. Didn't do nothing. Got caught out with Michael Keane for the ball over the top. I'm really sorry if it weren't him and Keane, but I'm pretty certain it was. Braithwaite. Now this was a very hard one to score because it's his Premier League debut. He's a young kid, so I've gone with a 5. But he made a bad challenge as soon as he come on and sort of lost his man a little bit. A lot of people were saying it was Sigurdsson's fault for leaving a gap. I haven't seen it again, to be honest. But Braithwaite, after that, done okay. There was one where he done, a good challenge, really, where their player looked like he was through. He made a good challenge, but I can't give him any more than a 5. It's not, look, I'm not saying he's going to be terrible or anything like that. I'm not, breaking the kid's confidence. I just got to have to go with this game. But apart from the first mad 2 minutes when he come on. He done okay, you know, okay. Bernard, give him a 5. I thought he was trying things, Bernard, but not really coming off. He was trying to be positive and going forward, just weren't really coming off. I probably would have started Bernard instead of Leighton Baines in this game, to be honest. Maybe he was on the pitch a bit longer, he could have done something, but I just think we need to get to the end of the season with some of these players and give them a refresh and let them know what they're doing next year, and because we can't let them all go. Iwobi, a 5. Just didn't really do anything for me. I just want, I like Iwobi at times, I do, but you just want him to offer more for that price tag. I know it's not fully his fault, but you want players to come on, offer you something a bit more, go forward, you're a winger. Alright, you maybe not be a winger, but you're on the wing, go forward, you know, get a few crosses in, beat a few players. Just sort of stands there and passes it. Oh, he gets a 5. And Keane, again, a 5. All the subs getting a 5, really. Can't remember Keane doing much, but he weren't on the pitch for long enough to really try it. And I'd maybe just start him next game. I don't know. Look, I'm really not bothered, to be honest, with the next 3 games. I'll watch them, but it's up to Carlo, isn't it? That is the player ratings for Wolves 3, Everton 0. Yeah, some low scores there, guys. But there you go. Don't forget, if you want to check out my channel where I talk about all these movies behind me, the link will be in the description. Give a like to the video, please share it, and subscribe to the Toffee Blues for more Everton related content, and stay tuned for all things Everton. See you later.